Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel where we help you ace your IELTS speaking test with confidence and ease. Today we're going to conquer the Describe a Time When challenge on the IELTS speaking test. This is one of the trickiest parts of the test, but with the right approach, you can handle it like a pro. This part of the test checks how good your English is and how well you can think on the spot and tell interesting stories. It's not just about your vocabulary or grammar, it's about your ability to communicate effectively and engage your listener. The Describe a Time When. Questions can seem tough because they're not just about knowing words. You have to remember something from your life, pick the right story, and tell it in a way that makes sense and keeps the listener interested. This means you need to be both a good storyteller and quick thinker. But don't worry, with a little help and some practice, you can become a pro at these questions and get the IELTS score you want. We'll break down the process into simple steps that you can follow easily. In this video, we'll give you the tools and tricks you need to succeed. We'll cover how to brainstorm ideas quickly, structure your answers effectively, and use engaging language to make your stories come alive. So, let's get started and turn this challenge into a win for your IELTS journey. By the end of this video, you'll feel more prepared and confident to tackle any Describe a Time When question that comes your way. Let's dive in and make your IELTS dreams a reality. Before we start building our answers, let's understand what the examiner is looking for. They're not judging how exciting your past experiences are. Instead, they want to see if you can understand the question and answer it directly, organize your thoughts in a clear way, use a variety of vocabulary, use correct grammar, and speak smoothly and clearly. Keep these things in mind as you prepare, and your answers will naturally impress the examiner. A well-organized answer is like a well-built house. It's strong and memorable. Just as a house needs a solid foundation, walls, and a roof to stand tall and firm, your answer needs a clear structure to be effective and impactful. Without this structure, your response might crumble under scrutiny, just like a poorly built house would collapse in a storm. Here's a simple plan to follow. Think of it as a blueprint for constructing your answer. This plan will guide you through each step, ensuring that you don't miss any crucial elements and that your response is coherent and comprehensive. Introduction. Start by saying the question in your own words to show you understand it. This not only demonstrates your comprehension but also sets the stage for your answer. Rephrasing the question helps to clarify your thoughts and ensures that you are addressing the right issue. Context setting. Give some background information about the time, place, and people involved. Providing context helps your audience to understand the situation better. It paints a picture of the scenario, making your answer more relatable and easier to follow. Main event. Describe the main thing that happened, breaking it down into smaller parts if needed. This is the core of your answer, where you detail the key events or actions. Breaking it down into smaller parts can make complex situations easier to understand and follow. Feelings and outcome. Share how you felt during and after the event, and mention any results or lessons learned. Emotions add a personal touch to your answer, making it more engaging. Discussing the outcome or lessons learned shows reflection and growth, which can be very impactful. Conclusion. End your answer briefly, summarizing the main point or leaving a lasting thought. A strong conclusion ties everything together and reinforces the key message of your answer. It leaves your audience with a clear understanding of your response. This plan acts like a roadmap for your answer, making sure you cover everything important without getting lost. By following this structured approach, you can ensure that your answer is thorough, clear, and impactful, much like a well-built house that stands the test of time. Vocabulary and grammar are like decorations for your answer. They make it shine. Here's how to make your language better. Use synonyms. Don't repeat the same words. Use different words with the same meaning to show off your vocabulary. Incorporate idioms and phrasal verbs. Add some colorful and natural expressions to your speech. Vary your sentence structures. Use a mix of short and long sentences to show you know how to use grammar. Use appropriate tenses, pay attention to the tense in the question, and use the same tense throughout your answer. Remember, using advanced vocabulary and correct grammar is important for a high score. Let's practice with an example. Imagine you're in an English-speaking exam and you receive a cue card. How would you respond? Let's go through a sample together. Cue card. Describe a time when you helped someone. Now, let's look at a model response to this cue card. Sure, I'd be happy to tell you about a time when I helped someone. This happened a few months ago and it left a lasting impression on me. A few months ago, my elderly neighbor, Mrs. Sharma, was having trouble carrying her groceries up the stairs. She lives alone and doesn't have much help around. I saw she needed help, so I offered to carry her heavy bags for her. She looked relieved and accepted my offer with a grateful smile. I took them all the way to her door. It wasn't a big deal for me, but I could see it made a huge difference to her. Mrs. Sharma was really thankful for the help, and her kind words made me feel good. She said, "Thank you so much, young man. You have no idea how much this means to me." It was a small act of kindness, but it made her day better, and in turn, it made my day better too. It's amazing how such a simple gesture can have such a big impact. It reminded me that it's important to help others whenever we can. These small acts of kindness can create a ripple effect, spreading positivity and goodwill, so always be on the lookout for opportunities to lend a helping hand. Let's recap the key things to remember for Describe a Time When. Questions. Understand what the examiner really wants from your answer. Structure your answer logically and coherently. Use rich and varied vocabulary. Asterisk. Always use correct grammar. Practice speaking fluently and clearly, without hesitation. Remember, the more you practice, the more confident and articulate you'll become. This video has given you the knowledge and strategies to confidently answer Describe a Time When. Questions on your IELTS speaking test. But remember, the key to success is to keep practicing. Find opportunities to speak English, get familiar with different cue card topics, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. They help you learn. If you have any questions or need more help with your IELTS preparation, feel free to ask. Good luck with your IELTS.